All right, one of the most common questions I get is how do you find cards online or specifically on eBay to buy? And I thought this could be a fun little video to actually go through eBay with me and buy some cards together. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to buy any cards on this actual training, but bid for cards, make offers, etc. So, what I want to do is right now while I'm speaking, I'm buying football. So, here's a nice little hack. If you put a parentheses and you put some names together like CJ Stroud, then a comma, then like Will Levis, comma, Bryce Young, comma, maybe throw in Brock Purdy. So if you put a comma between these names and a parentheses around it all, this is actually four independent searches in one. Okay? Now, if I go to ending soonest, I want to look for auctions first because they're the easiest to buy. It's the laziest way to buy cards, honestly. You just look for auctions. You don't need to go back and forth and bid with anyone. So let me click auctions right here. And I want to click, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't give me the options for not graded. But let's do minimum like $100, okay? Minimum $100. And here's a nice little hack as well. If you click advanced in the top right and you do min bid count 1, what that does is now it's only going to show me cards that have at least a minimum of 1 bid. And what that tells me, it's within market value because sometimes people start their auctions at like, $100, $200 over value and they never get bid. I don't care about those. I just want to see the ones that are actually up for grabs. So this is a nice card of Will Levis right here, but these cards are too hard to grade. I never have luck with them. Right, the objective here is to get cards graded, get a 10, make money. Oh, this card of CJ Stroud's not bad, but you could see it's off-centered. This left here is smaller than the right. It's probably not going to grade well, I would imagine. This card doesn't look bad. This one looks even better. Wait a second. It's a little off-center. The top's a little bit bigger than the bottom, and the left is a little bit. Actually, it's not bad. It's actually not bad. The right's a little bit bigger than the left. It's close, but I'll stay away from that one. Let's keep scrolling. All right, so check this out. We got one here. This doesn't look bad. This card of Bryce Young. It's called a Downtown. So if we look at the card, I always like to look at the description. It doesn't tell me much. Sometimes I want to look at the seller's other items to see what he has available. Actually, honestly, this one looks good too. This one doesn't look bad as well. So we got 2 at stake right here. But let's focus on this Bryce Young. So because this guy's not selling a million cards, he probably doesn't grade cards. This card looks pretty solid. He took a lot of good pictures. So it tells me it looks pretty good. So now what I want to do is I want to see what this card actually sells for, and what it sells for is a 10. So what I have is I have another tab of eBay open, and if I type in the name of this card, Bryce Young Downtown 2023, I go right here to sold items. I can see. If you're enjoying the content of the video and want to learn how to make a side income with sports cards, I spent the past 3 months putting together a training to show you exactly how it's done in detail. Sports cards has allowed me to live a life beyond my wildest imagination, and I'm thankful for the hobby every single day. That is the reason I teach sports cards, and I'm so passionate about it. At the end of the training, we offer a paid program where you can work closer with me. However, I do not want you joining until you've watched the training I put together. It will show you exactly what's inside the program and how to make money with sports cards, and from there, you can make an educated decision. If you'd like to sign up for the training, either scan the QR code on the screen or text the word Eric to 973-755-9486, or click the link in the description. Just to repeat it, if you'd like to sign up and watch the training, scan the QR code or text Eric to 973-755-9486, or click that link in the description. Now let's get back to the video. So let's see, we have a PSA 9 here, did $412. If you want to know how I'm getting access to this number, it's a Chrome extension called Cardboard Market. Raw did $402. Another raw sale did load for me $400. Gotcha. And a PSA 10 for whatever reason only did $670, $705. Yeah, $700. So like, if you do this math here, right? If I buy the card for $400, let's say, it's going to cost me call it $40 to get it graded, and if I sell for 700, let's say, after fees or whatever, I'll net around like 630. So like my total profit, this is like really fast math here, but my total profit, if I'm lucky, will be $200 on a $400 card, which isn't bad. But when I buy cards, I have a standard rule. I want to try to at least double my money after everything. So, um, not really gonna buy this card. I want to at least make a $400 profit if I'm buying a card, getting it graded, etc. Not a bad card. The math just doesn't work out. But so let's exit out of this. But we found another one from the same seller. This is a Pandora Prism number to 400, Anthony Richardson, and this is actually for auction, and it ends in 2 hours. So let's see. We type in Anthony Richardson Pandora number to, what was it? Number to 400, right? Number to 400. Let's see what this card sells for. So 322, 293 in China. PSA 9 did 416. Ooh, PSA 10 did 910. Then another PSA 10 did, this is weird. Another PSA 10 did 600, but this guy took a crappy picture. Then another PSA 10 did 660, 740. So actually the PSA 10 is probably worth about like, I don't want to really use this as a comp. This guy took a pretty bad picture. This is probably a fake sale. This sale 910. So like this card's probably like 650-ish as a 10. There's some higher sales like 700. Raw sales are 322, 293. A PSA 9 is 416, which is pretty good. And this card's only at 190 with 2 hours left. And while I'm speaking right now, it's in the middle of the day. So right, if I buy this card for 300 and I spend, call it $20 to get it graded, because that's what it'll cost me, I could sell it for easily, sell for 650, pretty easily if this card gets a 10. But the great thing about it, right, a PSA 10 is 650, but a PSA 9, as we just saw, is right around 400. So even if it doesn't grade a 10 and it grades a 9, right, I'm playing with house money here. It's basically risk-free because I'm buying it for $300. But I think I could actually get this card pretty a lot cheaper. It's only at 190. So what I like to do is there's this fancy software called Easy Sniper, and check what this thing does. So it'll snipe the card in the last possible second. So what I could do here is find the eBay item number, copy it right here, head over to Easy Sniper, input it, and I'd be willing to pay up to I don't know. This card looks pretty good. I don't know, like 324, let's call it. So what it'll do is it'll bid 324 at the last possible second. So I snipe it, boom, it's linked to my eBay, bang, pretty solid. Now I can just forget about this card. If I win it, great. If I don't, no big deal. So that is definitely not a bad card. But let's keep our scroll going because we're on a little bit of a roll. That's not a bad card to find here in the first few minutes. This card's nice, but they're just too hard to grade. So I don't want to. When the card's all black, it's like hard. It's like a pain in the butt to grade. Let's see what else we got here. CJ Stroud Orange Ice. Let's see. It's off-centered. This left is smaller than the right. I'll stay away. And once again, I'm just only looking at auctions here because I'm being lazy. This one, variation silver? No, not a silver. Just it is a silver, but it's off-center. This left is smaller than the right. I'm not going to bother with it. Red, white, and blue. This looks pretty good. This is a nice solid picture. Yeah, it's off-centered a little bit. The left and the right are just not even. Stay away from that. But usually auctions have the least quality cards. If you want to find better quality cards, the smarter thing to do is go through best offers. Offer, go back and forth with the seller. But I just don't feel like doing that at the moment. This card's off center. This top is smaller than the bottom, even though it's a nice card. And usually auctions are best on Sundays. Sundays are traditionally the best days for auctions. This looks pretty good. Is that a dimple? I think there's a small dimple on the card. I'm gonna stay. It's close. I might stay away from this card for now. These cards are really hard to grade. The silvers, it's really got to look good for me to grade it. But what I could do is I could flip this around and go to newly listed and just do all listings. So now it's showing me everything, not just auctions. And this is a pretty efficient way to go through things as well. So this is actually a nice card of Mr. Will Levis over here. So here we go. We got a Blue Ice Prism, Will Levis. This auction ends in 6 days. Doesn't tell me much here in the description. Let's see the seller's other items. What I'm looking for here is I want to see if he grades cards or not. It looks like he doesn't grade cards. He probably breaks open packs and boxes, which is what I'm looking for. All right, then let's head over to eBay and let's see what this card actually sells for. So, Will Levis Blue Ice Prism number to 99. Let's see what we got going on here. So a PSA 10 at 1475. No shit. I had the opportunity to buy a PSA 10 for 1200 and I didn't. I don't know why. Oh, because I'm high on Will Levis, but I just didn't for some reason. PSA 10 1300. Raw sales at 650, 599, 600. Man, these raw sales are kind of high. I would think the raw sales would be a little bit lower. So the raws are like 600. PSA 10's like 14. Also, this is a really nice card. I anticipate Will Levis's value to go up. So honestly, I like it. I'm gonna come in here, do what I just did before with Easy Sniper. Come in. I'm gonna bid like I like to bid random numbers. I'm gonna bid like 602. Hopefully, I get it for like 500 bucks. But the auction ends in like a few days, so I won't find out till then. But no, I can just forget about it, and that's all. Um, Ooh, this is a nice one too. This card of it's a little off-centered. Shit, it's a nice one, but it's off-centered. The left you can see is bigger than the right. Let's see what else we got going on here. We're on a nice little roll here. Usually I don't find this many cards this fast. Looked at that one already. Usually it gives me an option here on the left-hand side to check off only show me cards that aren't graded. But for some reason it's not, but it's okay because whatever I'm doing right now is working pretty well. Oh, I looked at this card. Never mind. I think I looked at that one. Let's see what else we got here. A lot of stuff is graded, as you can see. This card's off-centered. You can see this left here is disgustingly small next to that right-hand side. But let's see what else we got. Genesis. Oh, these are nice. The Mosaic Genesis is. See description and pick. So if someone says this, usually it means that there's something wrong with it. Yeah, print lines. Well, I appreciate the honesty, seller. But this is a nice card, but looks like it's in crappy condition. Let's see what else we got here. Immaculate Bryce Young. That's a nice one. Optic Preview. These cards are hard to grade, but they are nice. Optic Silver. CJ Stroud. We have an auction ending in 3 days. Let's see the seller's other items. Let's see what we got going on here. He doesn't really grade cards. Probably not, at least. Let's see what this card's worth. Let's do CJ Stroud Optic Preview Silver. So this card's like 200 bucks, 189, not graded. And as a 10, that doesn't sound right. 290 is a 10. 320, that's it. There's no margin with this card. Wow. I would think this card would have way bigger margin, but you can see the PSA 10 raw sale just sell too similar, so not gonna mess around with this card, even though, like I said, it is a nice card. Let's try to find one more. Absolute Explosive Brock Purdy. This is a nice looking card. This corner's dinged up. You can see right there in the top left. No good. You can see I've been doing this for a while. I just kind of see these things right away. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's try to find one more. This is a super nice one, but there's probably something wrong with it. Because it's a year old. But let's see. Let's see what we got. Must have. There's a minor scratch across the front of this card, so not gonna do that. Even though it's only a minor scratch. Let's see this Bryce Young explosive. These cards are going to be hard to grade because they have corner issues with these backs, but this one doesn't look bad. Let's take a look. I'm just curious what these cards sell for because I have no idea. Bryce Young explosive. What was it called? Explosive. Absolute. Let's see what this card sells for. Not graded is like 250. PSA 9 did 225. There's no 10 sales, I guess. No 10 sales. Yeah, wow. Can't find any 10 sales. So in this situation, what I would do is I would just type in another player and look at his margins. So this is what I mean. So if we type in CJ Stroud, you can see his 10 does like $1,000, right? So let's see what his not 10 does, or his raw sale. And yeah, so his raw sale is like 740, 630. So this isn't like that desirable of a card. So you can see his raw sale does too close to a 10. So Bryce Young's will have around the same margin. So it's probably not worth buying. That's my quick math. But I switched it to only Prism. And this doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty good. This card of Bryce Young looks centered. Can't find anything that wrong with it. Oh, there it is. Has two small marks on the right front of the card. No good. Appreciate the honesty. Even though that card did look good. CJ Stroud Red Retail Prism. These cards are always hard to grade. Like the blue and red, they come out of retail, like the bold blue and the bold red. Those cards they're like impossible to grade. This card's sick. This card of CJ Stroud, this gold. These cards are great to make money on. This guy's way overpriced, but these orange lasers and orange discos are always good money makers. Always, always, always. This card's a little off-centered, but like these cards are great. I've made a lot of money off of them. Let's switch it up and let's do one more search. Let's actually, someone I'm buying right now. Let's just do this. Let's just do Prism. Let's just keep it really broad. And let's do, now it's going to show me only not graded. Let's do 2023 Prism. Let's keep it a little bit newer. And let's do same thing. I'm going to look at only cards that are not graded. And let's do a minimum of like, let's go a little bit higher end here. Let's do like $400. These cards are great. These Wembies. This card's not going to grade well, but I mean, people, as you can imagine, love Wembenyama. This card actually looks pretty decent. Let's see the seller's other items here. And let's see what he's got going on. He doesn't grade cards, it looks like. So this is a red ice Wembenyama. So let's type this in on eBay. Red ice Wembenyama Prism. Let's see what this bad boy sells for, because I have no idea. So not graded, it looks like it does. 375, 425, 400. I wonder if there's any 10 sales. Oh, there's one 10 sale. It sold for 1050. So buy it for 400, sell for 1050. Pretty good. Wembenyama's come down a little bit too. 1100 is a 10. 1050 is another 10. 1200, you can see it came down. Like it was 1300 and 1200 because people were just selling Wembenyamas like crazy. So people were getting excited and the market started to come down. But yeah, this card looks pretty solid. Like I'll come in. This guy's actually not badly priced. Like it, $400. So I'll offer like 300. I'm not going to click continue because it's going to show my address. Too many people watching these videos for that. But I'll offer 300. Maybe I'll counter like 4. And then settle at 350. That'd be a solid buy. But yeah, cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is how to find cards online. I figure instead of me actually talking about it and talking about all these theories and things, this is me actually doing the thing and doing the thing I preach. But cool. If you have any questions, let me know. Comment, DM me on Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.